And we're back on Sun 103.1's 10 o'clock news with our special guests, Miami's Aghora. Welcome back.
Thank you. Oh, I like how he said that.
Aghora. Aghora. Oh. Have to put on that movie trailer voice tonight.
Yeah, right. Aghora with an H.
So you guys have the new album out. Tell me a little bit about that. Was it a long recording process? Did you have these songs for a long time, or really?
Where do you want me to start?
Wherever you got some cool imagery here. You've got a lot of good tunes. You got long ones. You got short ones. You've got really thrashing, very fast stuff. You've got some laid back acoustic moments. I mean, how's it all come together in your head?
Well, basically, Aghora's always been, at least for me, a reflection of everything that I've always listened to and I've always been fond of, you know. And a lot of that has been literally, obviously classical music and even some world music, but also I came from a very metal background. You know, a lot of my roots are in heavy metal and hard rock and a lot of the gymnastic shred guitar stuff. So it kind of balances.
No, you
all
couldn't
out.
tell.
No, there's no solos on the record at all. But, you know, it's basically an amalgamation of all my influences, and then to me, it's always been like me trying to paint a picture to give it back to them. You know. Mm-hmm. So that's kind of where the record's at. So you'll hear a lot of moments where there's very like Mahavishnu Orchestra, and then there'll be some moments where it's very, you know, death, like Chuck. You know, we're a big fan of Chuck Schuldiner, and you know, it's just got all kinds of stuff. Racer X is in there. I mean, you'll hear.
There's a lot of
glimpses
influences.
Of it. Yeah, you'll even hear like stuff from Extreme and Van Halen and Dokken. It's all kind of in and out of there. You know.
And that's what's good about it.
Well, thank you.
I think anyway.
Yeah. Well, the recording process, because this is a long subject. Believe it or not, this record was supposed to begin process 6 years ago.
6 years ago.
And we got a record contract to do it, and I didn't deliver it after the first 3 years of the contract because I didn't have members that were able to
would
play
be behind it if you did.
Yeah, or that could even play it at that caliber at that time. Honestly, the only one that I had was Alan. And basically, we had a drummer that was going to play.
That was kind of a backhanded compliment.
Yeah. We had a drummer that was going to play, who played on the original album, and he ended up backing out at that time because he was busy with other endeavors. But he ended up coming back and he did half the record, and then Gian did the other half on drums. So there's two drums. There's Sean Reinert on the drums there. He played on the Old Death records, on Human, on the Cynic Focus record. And then basically Gian did the other songs. And what we did was like, I recorded actually about 90% of this thing in my house, in my living room. And
this was before you had your studio, or?
Well, my studio's actually in my living room.
Cool.
Yeah, it's just, I literally have those like, you know,
modern technology.
Pier 1 Japanese divider screens. I have like 2 of those. And then I have like Oralex soundproofing everywhere. And I have a lot of, you know, couches and chairs and blankets, and I just throw them up wherever I need to kind of absorb sound. Yeah, wherever it needs to be.
So it's not much of a living room.
Yeah.
And he has these state-of-the-art cat litter boxes.
That smell like crap, yeah.
Oh, dude.
Yeah. Well,
clumping litter, that's the way to go.
Yeah, but you know, the hologram, yeah. We used to call the bathroom, it smelled so bad that Neil Kernan was staying at our house recording Diana's vocals, actually. Neil, you know, is an incredible producer.
Big time.
Yeah, I mean, he's the man. And he's literally the Obi-Wan Kenobi of the whole project, you know?
Yeah?
And he basically was there, and the bathroom smelled so bad because of the kitty litter. And he was calling it the hologram. He goes, don't go into hologram. You know, it was like a Doctor Who kind of thing, you know? It was just so strange. But we started recording the record. Some of the stuff is actually demos, what you're hearing on the record.
No way.
Like some of the solos were from the demo of this record. And the thing is that it captured, you know, somehow we managed to capture like a certain feel and vibe. And I was like, oh, that's got to stay. And I tried to replicate some of the stuff, and it didn't have the same spark that it had then. So we just left some of that there. And then all the guitars were retracked in terms of the heavy guitars and the cleans. I would say like 50% of the solos were old, and then 50% were redone. The vocals were all done at the house with Neil. Neil actually did all the tracking for that. And then the drums I did
all the house.
Yeah, the drums were done. Gian basically slept over my house.
Give him the shortest chair.
Yeah, Gian slept at my house on my couch for like 6 days, and we just tracked drums every day.
The neighbors love
until the neighbors
Not
would
bad.
just, you know.
No more.
I have this poor, you know, single old Jewish neighbor that's just really, he's like, "Oy vey," you know, and he would literally bang on the wall like when it just
No.
got to be too much, you know.
Dude, just 2 more minutes. We gotta get this song done.
Oh, I
2
know,
more.
I know. Well, it's funny because after I recorded the record, you know, I started getting a lot of requests from bands to record them,
Oh yeah.
and my neighbor wrote a written complaint, you know, to basically stop having us record there. So what I do now is I record drums somewhere else, but I record everything else in my house still. I just work around them. But anyhow, so Alan recorded like late at night. You know, we'd rehearse. We'd have rehearsals, and then Alan would come over and record like 2 or 3 songs at a time.
Till 5 in the morning.
5, 6 in the morning.
Oh.
Sometimes 9 in the morning.
Yeah, 8 a.m. traffic going home, an hour back to Fort Lauderdale
Yeah.
after all night session. But many thanks to Starbucks bottled vanilla coffee.
Yeah, we lived on
Without it.
that and Dunkin' Donuts egg sandwiches.
hell
you
yeah.
know. But it all came together. I mean, I think the whole record was like pieced and glued together within like a month span. Like we were all busting our butt inside my house, like recording and doing as much as we can. And then the other drum tracks were done in a ranch in LA, same place that Mars Volta recorded. This place called, what is it called? I forget.
We could look it up.
Yeah,
but
I can't remember right now. It's
that's
like,
reading.
it's like it's a barn, literally, in Long Beach, California. And we were there recording, and the guy who tracked the drums there was the guy that worked on the new Chevelle record.
Mm-hmm.
So
Which
he
is
tracked,
coming out in a couple months.
yeah. So he tracked Sean's drums. His name's Travis Huff, great engineer. And then I basically flew back to Miami with the hard drives, you know, under my arm, literally. And, you know, the security people at the airport are like, you know,
You gotta check those.
I was like, I'm gonna kill somebody if they touch these. You know, I mean, my whole livelihood was on these hard drives. You know, which is funny because this record was in fact already recorded with a whole drummer, with my old singer, with old bass player. Even Alan had done some takes, and that hard drive died. So this record
you lost
essentially
everything.
was redone twice.
Oh no, you're not putting this with the X-ray machine. No.
way.
No, exactly. So yeah, it was a mission, and then the